The dynamic preparation involves activation of the neuromuscular system and allows for increased elasticity of muscles and tendons during sport-specific movements prior to focused training. This warm-up is performed prior to all phases of the program. Traditional static stretching can be used post-exercise to decrease delayed onset muscle soreness and to reduce the likelihood of injury due to flexibility issues.
In the later stages of the program, we began to integrate a dynamic warm-up into the routine. Traditional static stretching has actually been shown to be detrimental to aggressive plyometric strengthening. The muscle spindle unit has a Golgi tendon organ in it, and the static stretching has been shown to inhibit that muscle function. So for this reason, we begin to integrate a dynamic warm-up. It's kind of a calisthenic-based warm-up, and it kind of covers the body from head to toe. It usually takes about 5 minutes for the athlete to run through. They're going to continue doing this until the conclusion of the program. So what we usually start our athletes doing is jogging in place. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, we're going to have them do arm circles forward, walking down. We need about a 12 to 15 yard area to do this warm-up. And back. And normally we would have her do 2 laps here. We're going to do arm twist, trunk twist. So she's walking at a brisk pace. We want to keep moving throughout the exercise and warm up here. This is also a good way to kind of assess her readiness to move. She's going to do hip circumduction, keeping moving. She's going to open and rotate the hips and stretch the groin. So as I said before, normally we're going to do 2 laps of each here. We're going to have them go into a skipping bound motion. So I want to get in that front leg nice and high. Like I said, this is a good way to assess someone's ability to both push off the affected leg and see if they're favoring one leg or another. Okay, now we're going to move into high knees. So she's going to try to get as many touches as possible. And we're going to move into gluteal kicks. Keep moving the whole way through this. A lot of these movements are actually what we use on our return to sport test too. So it's a good thing that we have athletes practice this when we get to that point. Okay, now we're going to move into side shuttle. She's going to face one direction, stay in that flex knee position. She's going to do 2 laps like that. Now we're going to move into cariokas. Important with this, what I want her doing is turning from the hips, not from the knees. We don't want to be twisting the knee. She's going to come back facing the same direction. Okay, now we're going to have her sprint forward, and she's going to backpedal. Okay, lastly, we're going to have her stand in place, and she's going to bounce up and down off her toes, and that's the dynamic warm-up. We're going to do this for the remainder of the protocol.